Let's talk about Prince Harry. He says that his conscience, if I can say that word, Prince Harry says that his conscience is clear after spending years, of course, rubbishing the royal family, particularly throughout his memoir, Spare. While speaking to The Guardian while on a work trip, he said, "I don't believe that I aired my dirty laundry in public. It was a difficult message, but I did it in the best way possible. My conscience is clear." The best way possible. That's one way of putting it.
Best way possible is to be paid for it. That's got to be good. And he's doing rather well. Got a bit of spare cash as well. It's got to be good. He said it's not about revenge, and that's the important thing. It's not about revenge. It's about the truth and setting the record straight. That's why he did it. As predicted on your very show, exclusive, we did say he was going to meet the king, and I'm delighted that he got back together with his father. It was just a short period of time, less than an hour, but they had a cup of tea, and it did sound as though he's sort of paving the way forward. He says, look, his focus is now going to be on his father. He's going to introduce King Charles's grandchildren, so that'll be wonderful as well. And I think we're going to be seeing more of Harry. I mean, it was a very positive visit this time. He gave money to charity. He was mingling with the crowds. The crowd seemed to adore him over here. He also made a surprise visit over to Ukraine, which not many people were expecting. So he worked on that sort of basis. I think he did rather well on the PR front this time.
Okay, interesting to note. He also celebrated his 41st birthday, and of course his wife Meghan Markle shared a photograph of Prince Harry that dates back to 2015 to wish him a happy birthday. What are your thoughts on the message from Meghan Markle?
Well, it went all over there. He is. By the way, it's 2050. Harry was 41 on the 15th of September. And she put a little post on Instagram saying, "Oh, hi, birthday boy." And I'm sure in those sort of dulcet tones was rather good. That picture was taken for the 75th anniversary of the Battle of Britain. And they had all sorts of the largest gathering of Battle of Britain aircraft since World War II. He was supposed to fly up in a Spitfire, but apparently there were mechanical problems. And there were two of these things supposed to go up in the air at the time in 2015. And he gave his seat just very kindly to a 95-year-old Tom Neal back in those sort of days. So again, good stories going out there. But Meghan, yes, this is what she's posted, that little picture. They've been absent for the birthday because he was over here. And it worked well. I think people enjoyed that.
Yeah, well, she never misses an opportunity to post on Instagram, I'll say that much. Also, members of the British royal family, they've gathered in London to farewell Catherine, the Duchess of Kent, who died earlier this month at the age of 92. Now, King Charles led the extended family, who arrived at Westminster Cathedral for the first Catholic funeral service held for a member of the royal family in modern British history. What more can you tell us?
Well, I can tell you it was, as you said last week, it was the very first one, as you say, for a very long time since the Reformation, basically. And what happened? Lots of the royals were there, apart from the Queen, because she had an acute sinusitis, I think it is. It's even more difficult to say, and so she couldn't attend, although she's expected to attend later on for the various things with Trump. What was interesting, they had Princess Anne was there. They had Sir Tim Lawrence, the Prince and Princess of Wales. Even Prince Andrew and Sarah Ferguson were there. Now, Prince Andrew, I know you can see the pictures of him there. He lives on the Windsor estate, but obviously, as I pointed out, it broke the news here last week. He's not attending the state dinner tonight, so he'll be absent in Windsor, but he was certainly at the funeral. What was wonderful about the Duchess of Kent was she dedicated a lot of her time to music, and she used to teach a little primary school for about 13 years, and she would never tell anybody that she was a royal, so all the parents and all the children just used to know her as Mrs. Kent.
Wow.
And she never let on, but she was a wonderful lady, a much loved royal. She was 92 years of age, and it's good. This is to restore your faith in the royal family. They've had a few difficulties over the last several years, but she was one of the good ones.
Oh, yeah, a few difficulties indeed. And now finally, before I let you go, Princess Diana's former royal chef, Darren McGrady, has opened up about the late princess's favourite breakfast. And it appears that Princess Diana was ahead of her time. Her go-to breakfast was something very simple: Can you tell us?
But no, yeah, you're absolutely right. We would love a good fry up here. You know, you'd have your eggs, your bacon, your black pudding, and half a rainforest of other bits and pieces as well. The reality is this: 20 years ahead of her time, in 1993, she was having these overnight oats. I know you like those all the time.
Mm,
Very simple and healthy to prepare. And apparently, what happened? They're all very fashionable now, and lots of people will be having them for
yes.
breakfast as they watch this on repeat on a continuous loop. So that's with the overnight oats. Apparently, what happened is she visited a wellness retreat in Sweden. And in those early days, in 1993, the early 90s, this is what they were eating. So she thought, well, I'll have some of that. And apparently, this is what Darren McGrady was saying, the former royal chef, that this was one of her favorite ways to start the day.
There you go. I love all the food content that we've been discussing here on this program. Andrew Eborn, thank you so much for your time joining us all the way from Windsor. Really appreciate it.
Lovely to see you as always.